Hey friends. So I'm a huge believer in how powerful it is to tell your story. Like your story may seem not important, run of the mill, like who would want to hear it? But there is probably somebody who it would change their life to hear your story. And I really believe in that. I think our whole thing is, especially as we transition into Cross of Sleeping Phoenix, like about individuality and authenticity, right? And like your story is the thing that makes you the most unique, right? And being honest about it is really powerful for you, but also really powerful for other people. And one of the things that I consistently hear from folks that I work with is just like how good it is for them to be able to talk to somebody who validates their experience, who understands their like maybe what feels like can feel like unusual, unique, sort of out there perspective, right? For those of us who are neurodivergent, we don't have a lot of people who are validating or recognizing that experience. For those of us who are maybe more into paranormal, extrasensory, ETs or spiritual experiences or angels who maybe we feel like we can't talk about that, which is like the other moms at the soccer field, right? For those of us who feel like we don't have people to have those conversations with, but we really crave it, even more so, like telling your story. And podcasts are my favorite for that because here's the thing that I love YouTube for that. Like I am such a fan of just like start a YouTube channel, right? That's what I do. I just like get this chance to share my story and it's totally consensual. People don't have to listen. Um, but some people feel scared that like people are going to come across this and then they're going to feel exposed. With YouTube, maybe it's more of a chance that someone will come across because it's just like total like very, very general that everyone's on YouTube. But for podcasts, like if you're on a podcast talking about something spiritual or like paranormal or neurodivergent, like the chances that somebody who doesn't align with that information are going to come across it and hear it is so tiny, 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 right? Like your friends are not Googling you for the most part. I don't think I've ever Googled any of my friends, right? Certainly not my acquaintances. Maybe people Google you if you're like on a dating site. And so I don't know why you would want to date someone that you're not planning to be authentic with, though. So no worries there. My kid did Google me the other day, and it was kind of awesome because I've been on all these podcasts talking about all this stuff, but he knows all of it. So, um, anyways, point being, if you're craving having like deeper spiritual or like neurodivergent or queer or whatever it is that you're not able to have conversations on a regular basis, go be a guest on a podcast, okay? Or start a podcast and get a bunch of guests who want to talk about that same topic. That's what a podcast is, right? People who are wanting to talk at a deep level about the same topic. And if you're autistic, it's like heaven, right? Because you're being invited to info dump, which is my favorite thing to do. So, I have been on a few different like be a guest on a podcast website program things. And the one I'm on right now, I'm really enjoying and having a blast doing it. It's called Podmatch. And I've been on it now for 4 months. I made a video about it when I first started. It was going so well. And I'm just doing like an update on that. I've had 13 interviews in the past 4 months, which feels like a lot, right? How many weeks are even in 4 months? 16 weeks. So that's like almost one a week. Um, it does have a monthly fee, which I think is $34, which to me feels like what I might pay to like go out to dinner with someone or like go see a movie and get popcorn with somebody. So for me, it's like a social activity that I can do without having to leave my house, which is also awesome for autistic folks. I get to have deep conversations. I don't have to make chit chat or like we're just diving right in. We're talking about exactly what I want to talk about because I've already like found someone who's talking about what I want to talk about. And I'm getting to have these like deep exploratory conversations with people. I'm making new friends because they're usually like kindred spirits if they're talking about the stuff that I'm interested in. And literally, you can find someone which has the like most like abstract, like very specific interest as you. Like, no question, you can find that person. um, yeah, I like the community so far. It's easy to navigate. I'll put a link in my description. You can check it out. It's a super fun activity. Um, yeah, check it out. See what you think. If you're craving more like deep connections with people who are gonna be on your same wavelength, whatever it is that you want to talk out about, geek out about, especially if you're neurodivergent, and also for me, it feels like it really meets that need for me, but it also meets the need of like wanting to contribute. Like I want to contribute. I want to be a part of like sharing something beautiful and generously with this world. And what better way than like a podcast that everyone can access for free? And like it feels cool. And it feels like podcasters are such neat people. Some of the ones I recently have been on, this one that was so cool is like one song and all he does is interview people about their like favorite song. So fun. It was awesome. And then another one that was like autistic tap dancing. How awesome is that? Like, I will put links to both of those in this description. Please check them out. They're both really good podcasts. Um, so anyways, so much fun. Highly recommend. Check it out. Lots of love.